All right, warriors, good morning. Before we get started, let's do a breathing exercise. It's going to take 5 seconds, 5 Mississippis. And we're going to talk about these narcissists, these kitchen witches. Know just enough about religion, and not just one, religions. You see, because narcissists, just like they monkey jump in connections, peopling, they do the same thing with religions, with different faiths. They can change gods just like they change people. And some of us wish they would change their underwear just as quick. They nasty. But look, 5 seconds is going to get us so that we can have the ability in our minds to separate the wheat from the chaff. To understand authenticity and fakeness. You had to go through the fields, you had to go through the go-throughs so that you could now identify how narcissists operate. And then you soon realized, holy shit, I'm surrounded by them. Crippling. Oh man. I remember. Whew, let's drink to that. Salute. But look at here. Let's make some room in our minds so we can connect some puzzle pieces, because it's time for you to start alchemizing the hurt, transitioning pain, hurt to a position of converting it to ammunition. You see, what you need to understand is the playbook is exactly how you hand a narcissist back their ass. They give you all the ammunition, only to be used, of course, when provoked head on. This isn't stuff you go looking for it. You don't have to. Warriors, look at me. Stop what the fuck you're doing, look at me. All you have to do is mind your own business and stay on your path. And believe me, you'll be challenged. They can't help it. You see, this is their mission. They're carrying out their orders. Their job is to hang on for as long as you're willing to give it. Your job is to recognize it, learn from it, and alchemize the hurt. You see, you don't need to go get your ass beat. You can go into isolation and learn and observe and recognize so that you can avoid. We're also going to talk about some things that hurts narcissists more than your indifference. Indifference is preferred. It's your first line of defense. But I'm going to show you what I mean by alchemizing hurt and pain and learning from the observations you've made, because you speak narcology. Oh, yes you do. Oh, yes you do. All right, let's do this. 5 seconds, warriors. Come on. Release slowly. All right. Now look. Don't y'all forget the subscriptions now. You hit that little button down there. Go ahead. I'll wait. Some of y'all be forgetting and shit. Get all excited. Look. These kitchen witches, these low IQ narcissists, know just enough to get their asses in trouble. It's kind of like, have you ever started conversations with people and realized soon that they just know enough about a topic to enter the conversation, but past that, then you soon realize they don't know shit about what they're talking about, but talk about it like they got a passion for it? Yeah. These are narcissists that are going through a mutation right before your very eyes. And what they're doing is picking up and repeating what they're hearing in the same conversation you had, but notice this. They repeat it again like a half hour later and sometimes days later to sound intelligent, but they're just a parrot. They're plagiarizing conversations and then acting as if they have intellectual knowledge, operating knowledge of the subject. I've actually had, in the surf community, I had a guy one time that was trying to impress some chicks that were around us, and he came in with his smartphone, y'all, and he put up like the top 10 surfers in the nation, in the world, and he had them all their names right. He's hollering names out like he knows them, and then he's looking at different competitions where maybe there were judgment calls that were questionable, or a shark attack, or things like that, just to have some meat and potatoes to enter the conversation. But check this out. This is how obvious he was. You could see him looking at his phone, reading it and going like this, and then he'd be so excited because he found something. He would be saying it like he's looking at you, and then reading it and saying it, and then putting the phone down, putting it in his pocket, and act like he had operating knowledge of the sport to impress those around him. You see, authenticity was felt in that crowd because in the surf community, we don't ever talk about the competitions. Even those of us that participated in the competition, if you notice, the aloha spirit is what's celebrated after the competitions. The competitions are done for business, marketing, merchandising. The aloha spirit in the riders, the observers, the fans, it's about the joy of the ride, the style. How can you judge someone's individual style of ride? You can't. Because in our world, the winner, all are winners. Because the ones that leave with the most smiles and hugs at the end of the day is the winners. You see, warriors, learning by observation is something that I learned a long, long time ago. And I realized as siblings, every now and again, we'd all get in trouble and we'd get lined up. You ever had those situations growing up? And you kind of have an idea of what levels of narcissism or psychopathy. Of course, back then I didn't know those big words, but I kind of had an idea something's up. Because given the choice to be in solitude and learn, or getting your ass whooped, you could see the lineup making those choices. I was the only one that would decide, put me in my room in isolation, and I'll learn from this. My siblings would get the lick. And let me tell you something, Mama used equipment. She was a beautician, and she used these straps, these leather straps, to sharpen the razors, the straight razors. Well, when they get wore out, they came to the house, so we used as tools, weapons against our ass. And my siblings would opt to get the asses whooped. I'd be in my room, no sooner hearing the hollers, I could look out my window one by one. Each one's head would pop up at my window in my room where I was being punished. And they would show up and plaster their fucking faces on the glass, still crying, with a laugh. Because they were outside playing, and I was inside. Some learn by observations, others just keep getting their licks. Because let me tell you what I learned by this observations. While I was in my solitude, learning from my mistakes in solitude, I soon realized that my siblings who got their lick would screw up maybe 2 or 3 more times throughout the day and get the asses whooped a total of 4 times that day, while I stayed in my room with my unswole ass laughing. Warriors, what I learned by observation was every time they got the asses whooped, they ran out to the same crowds, never changing the circles that they were around, getting in trouble with the same circle. Warriors, in your solitude, learn to observe. Don't absorb, but learn to alchemize the pain. Indifference isn't the only thing that will devastate a narcissist. See, in their silly ass minds, they think it's a game. In their minds, this is why they're in a rat race to try and find a better supply to wave in front of you. Because in their minds, they think that if they beat you to the punch, that they're going to devastate you, because they know it's going to kill them. If you, listen to me, go through your healing and choose to partner up in a connection and or start to reinvent your kingdom with a cleaner and better quality of friends, narcissists know that this time, oh, these are your ride or die friends. And it's going to be a powerhouse. Listen, even if you don't care about reconnecting or connecting with anyone, bottom line is, narcissists think it's a game and they want to hurt you, and it's why they're going to move on with rebounds and rebounds and rebounds. Because for them, having someone to replace you or you replace them, it's, do they look better? Do they have more prestige? Do they have more clout and wealth? The next thing is, more than indifference that will cripple a narcissist, is ending their supply. And this is what I mean by supply. Some of y'all think it's just money and sex. No, it's also the cutoff of privileges. Going to the yacht club, gym memberships, prestigious social events, junior league. Warriors, losing that more than anything destroys their ability to carry this clout tag that they were riding on your coattails. What you did is limit their ability to network if they didn't already grab with their tentacles a part of it. In the event you do release them from this kind of supply, the clout train. Oh, it's a long black train. You see, this is why they want to keep you as a BFF. Friends with benefits, you see. Whenever they need to cash out a favor, it's just use you like an ATM. And it's why the harem closet exists. Do you understand? In small little portions, they can breadcrumb each individual. Or if they're felons and they know they're going back because they're going to fuck up, what would you do if you thought, okay, within a year I know I'm going to be back? I don't know no better. Best thing to do is build up a harem of men and women, so that when you go in the big house, now you got folks that can donate to your commissary, your JPay. Because in the house, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. What matters is, are you paying in to a lifestyle? Are you going to support them while they're in the house? So they develop these crucial networks of relationships, making everyone believe that they're the main, they're the one, so they can be taken care of. They're homesteaders. You ever notice how quick they are to settle in? Oh, they're the most quickest, I'm telling you. And look, narcissists will accommodate themselves even in the office. You ever notice how quick they are to settle in? Y'all, I have quit so many jobs because of the levels of toxicity. If I could count the amount of ass cheeks that have sat on my desk in my office to lean over because my stubborn ass on purpose would not take a hint. If them walls could talk, y'all. So understand, relationships are going to be tested. It's self-control that's the test of tests. Having self-control. You see, warriors, narcissists are in a rat race to gather as many connections as they can. They're playing the odds. It's an odds game. And the time that they're moving and at a race with is age. Age. When they start losing their looks and they've hinged everything on looks alone and have no character, no intelligence, lacking the ability to even have an intellectual conversation, then that's the largest source of supply that is stripped away from the narcissist. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want you to feel sorry for them. You don't even need to waste your time trying to reason. And the reason why is, look, when you see these cadavers, I'm very blunt. I mean, I say this: reciprocate back what was reciprocated to you by each and every individual. And this is what it is to rate people by merit. By merit. In other words, it's like I tell folks around me, look, I may have the last name Cabrera. Judge me on my individual character and moral values, not on my siblings. Because while some try to bring honor to the name, others, just being themselves, have done a fantastical job of destroying it. Warriors, what you're doing in this journey is not only understanding your value, but you're having to teach incompetence, narcissists, what respect is and how you're wanting to be treated. And you're also teaching them this: you may command it, but I earned it. When they come back to hoover you, to try and love bomb you, with all of these apologetics and alligator tears, I want you to remember this. Who put you in difficult times? Who put you there? Who was there for you during these difficult times. I'll wait. Exactly. Your indifference is enough to mortify a narcissist. But them finding out you're in a new relationship because you took the time to recover, to heal, observe in silence, they will never recover from that. But I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Keep it to yourself. Remain indifferent. The mystery. No routines. You're badasses. And to the warrior in Australia, I bet you didn't think I'd remember. Look. It's a secret code. It's a secret code. You were awesome to talk to, man. I appreciate it. Thanks. Some of y'all, look, y'all are awesome. It's hard to say goodbye to some of you. And I appreciate you reaching out, setting up, scheduling coaching calls. Iron sharpens iron, and you better believe it. Start to reach out to those that are your own kind. Start to recognize what it sounds like, what it feels like. It's strange because you've never been around your own kind. And because you've been love bombed and tricked, now that same butterfly feeling when you meet your own kind, you run from. Remember, you learn by observation. Stop suffering anxiety, because you now know and have the tools to make more better ass decisions. And it's why you're so much more delicious. Now get out there and own it. Shake the dirt off your asses. Thanks for all the support. It's never goodbye, warriors. It's always until next time. Namaste.
Jesse, what are you doing today?
We're gonna skydive today.
We're gonna
Leap of faith.
Leap of faith. Hey, that's what this is.
Doing it for the tribe, the warrior tribe.
Do you know how high we're going? Did they tell you?
14,500.
Close. 14,500 feet. Yep. And then we're gonna be falling at
a high rate of speed.
Very fast. We're gonna be falling very fast. We're gonna be falling at 120 miles an hour.
Sweet.
Have you ever gone that fast before?
No, I have not.
Okay, are you ready to go that fast?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're gonna do it today. You got my back.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get your face, but you know your TI will have your back.
All right.
What made you want to skydive? What brought you here today?
Facing fear.
Yeah? Are you afraid of heights?
Facing fear head on. No.
No.
I'm afraid of not trying new
Hey,
opportunities.
There you go.
I'm afraid of living in the woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I'm not gonna do it. Lead and live by example.
There you go. You heard it here first from Jesse. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
idea who won the sword fight, so I guess we'll have to call it a draw.
There you go. We'll have to do it again.
All right, when are you gonna get your license now?
I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. I'll be back.
Jesse, thank you for jumping with us to Skydive Lone Star. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
What an honor. Badass crew. I love it here. The hospitality is just phenomenal. 5 stars. If there were 10, I'd give it to you.
We'll take 10, that's fine.
My brother. What a fun. Wasn't it awesome?
Hey man, glad y'all came out.
What an experience.
Come and see us again.
Thank you.